the opportunities. Maybe it's your language, your culture, or your traditions. Again, I ask you, what's holding you back?
Unlimited data from Airtel 5G Smart Connect. Whoever, wherever you are, stay connected. Stay limitless. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Thanks for joining us again. The House of Representatives has called on the federal government to immediately launch a nationwide diphtheria vaccination campaign in schools to curb the spread of the deadly bacteria infection. The lawmakers' resolution followed the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance moved by the House spokesman, Akin Rotimi, during plenary. The motion, titled "The Outbreak of Diphtheria in King's College, Lagos," highlighted the need for swift government intervention after a 12-year-old student died from the disease, with several others hospitalized. While presenting the motion, Rotimi lamented the rising cases of diphtheria, citing data from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control's weekly diphtheria situation report of January 26, 2025, which recorded 24,804 confirmed cases across 25 states since 2022, with 1,269 deaths in 18 states. He commended the Lagos State government for swiftly isolating affected students, activating an emergency operations committee, and launching a mass vaccination drive to contain the outbreak. Following the motion's adoption, the House directed the Federal Ministry of Health, the NPHCDA, and the NCDC to intensify vaccination and public awareness campaigns in schools to prevent further outbreaks. The lawmakers also mandated the Federal Ministry of Education to conduct an urgent review of health infrastructure in unity colleges and establish a clear response framework for infectious disease outbreaks. Still on health, Senator Solomon Adiola, in collaboration with Federal Cooperative College, Eleyele, Ibadan, organized free medical outreach for the people of Ogun West. The medical outreach was held in Yewa North, Kwafon local government areas of Ogun State, also afforded beneficiaries opportunities to access free medical screening and drug administration. Ayodeji Tomori Olumi has the details.
76, 77, 78.
One after another, the people of Iboro, Imashai, and its environs waited to be attended to by medical personnel. Press government also enjoyed the free medical outreach facilitated by Senator representing Ogun West, Senator Solomon Adiola, in collaboration with Federal Cooperative College, Eleyele, Ibadan, Oyo State.
For them even to enjoy other infrastructures that is bringing, they have to have good health. And majority of them cannot afford to pay for the hospital bills.
The turnout is very impressive. People are coming out, even the aged ones, they are coming out. Some people, are walking on the road. We call them walking cops because they don't know, the value, or they don't know their health status. So this platform is an opportunity for people to know their health status.
There are so many of them out here to take medication, but would they actually use this medication? So we are advising them, we are pleading to them to use their medication and use it correctly.
Beneficiaries expressed their delight with the gesture by Senator Solomon Adiola.
People living around the community, there are some of them, they are unable to go to hospital to have a medical treatment. But this one that the senator organized for us is a free of charge.
As a copper here, I've seen a lot, like people get ill. Now that they're giving them the what to know and the drugs to cure it, it will really reduce the spread of disease.
All what the Senator Solomon Olami Adeola Yayi is doing for us is good, because health is wealth.
We really appreciate our senators Olamilekan Adeola Yayi for the work that we are doing well. And then my prayer for him is that God will continue to bless him.
The medical outreach featured free medical consultations, free tests, free drugs, and so on. Moses Jayola is a resident of Imashai suffering from anemia. He pleaded for the support of Senator Adeola for his treatment. Ayodeji Tomori Olumi, Ogtv News.
On legislative matters, Ogun State House of Assembly, through its Committee on Lands and Housing, chaired by Honorable Damilola Shoneye, has re-invited one barrister Ajibola Okoya and Aromolate of Fasi Yusuf Jabode, GRA Jabode, to appear before it unfailingly on Tuesday, 18th March 2025, in connection with the petition against the respondents on allegation of forcible encroachment on landed property before the State House of Assembly. Kola Woliosho's report is presented in this package.
Chairman, Committee on Land and Housing, Honorable Damilola Shoneye, in company of other lawmakers, has again re-invited one barrister Ajibola Okoya and Mr. Aromolate for failing to honor the invitation extended to them by the Assembly for a meeting scheduled for this Wednesday, and threatened to invoke Section 129 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria if the DOE failed to appear before the Assembly on the said date.
This is a final call inviting Barrister Ajibola Okoya and Mr. Aromolate of Fasi Yusuf Ijebu-Ode GRA to report to this Honorable House on Tuesday, 18th of March, 2025. Failing to report on this day, Tuesday, 18th of March, we will not hesitate to bring them forcefully with the police and to enforce Section 129 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended on them.
Meanwhile, the chairman of the House Committee on Public Accounts and Anti-Corruption, Honorable Damilare Bello, has been awarded as the Anti-Corruption Ambassador by the Fight Against Corruption organization, with a challenge on him to continue to promote the ideals of integrity, probity, accountability, and transparency in all his endeavors. Presenting the award, the executive chairman of the organization, Dr. Francis Chopekon, noted that the organization had observed with keen interest the contributions of the State House of Assembly Committee on Public Account and Anti-Corruption to the promotion of accountability and transparency in the running of government in the state.
This award is based on your integrity, hard work, honesty, and undeniable impact in various offices and capacity where you have served. You've read quite a number of them. Now, as honorable member, the innovation and transformation you brought to House Committee on Public Account and Anti-Corruption since you assumed office.
Also speaking, the Assembly Minority Leader, Lukman Adeleye, thanked the organization for acknowledging the contributions of the committee to societal development, promising to contribute their quota to the promotion of good governance in pursuit of accountability. Responding, Honorable Bello noted that the recognition was a testament to the unwavering commitment on transparency, accountability, and the fight against corruption, saying that courtesy was important in daily activities as it was a necessary tool for building trust, respect, and strong relationships.
Meanwhile, Ogun State House of Assembly, through its Committee on Public Accounts and Anti-Corruption, has continued with the consideration of the 2023 audit reports of ministries, departments, and agencies of government, playing host to the State Ministry of Transportation with a challenge to the VIO units of the ministry to set machineries in motion for increased revenue generation. The House Committee Chairman, Honorable Damilare Bello, who threw the challenge while playing host to the management of the ministry, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Aderonke Tokumbo Peters, also commended the operations of the VIO unit while requesting the ministry to supply supporting documents in relation to other maintenance services, names of bus stops constructed in the last 5 years. The committee also invited the road task consultant of the ministry as well as the parking manager consultant to appear before the assembly on Wednesday, 19th of March 2025 for an interface on their activities in the state. The House Committee also directed that the State Waste Management Authority to reappear before it with a special advisor to the Governor on Ogwama and Managing Director Abayomi Onye. The committee added that Ogwama should supply its fixed asset register and other supporting documents relating to the number of industries on the state for waste evacuation, among others. In furtherance of governance at the grassroots level, the executive chairman of Ijebu North-East Local Government Area of Ogun State, Honorable Funsho Badejo, has sworn in newly appointed supervisors and special advisors in the council area. The inauguration ceremony was held at the council secretariat at Ijebu North-East. Benga Adekoya's report is presented in this package.
An epoch-making event at the Ijebu North-East Local Government Headquarters in Aton, where the newly appointed supervisors and special advisors were sworn in by the Executive Chairman of the Council area, Honorable Folusho Badejo, amidst other party leaders in the council area. The long day event begins with the special courtesy call on the chairman by the members of ICANN Ijebu and District Society, led by its chairman, Professor Kenny Adeshoyemi, to intimate them on how to navigate the issues of direct allocation by the federal government and make the best out of it for grassroots development. The council boss assured the new executive committee members of harmonious working relationship while soliciting for synergy for effective and smooth running of the council.
In the light of this, it is your responsibility as supervisor to ensure that our local government fulfills its mandate to the people. It is individuals, supervisors' responsibility to ensure efficiency, transparency, and accountability in their respective jurisdiction.
Speaking on behalf of the newly sworn-in supervisory councillors and special advisors, Mr. Felix Olalekan Oshide promised to work in line with the Irede mantra of the council area.
We assure you that we will justify the confidence through our unwavering commitment with you.
Political leaders present at the event charged the appointees with responsibility of ensuring effective representation, collaboration, and teamwork.
I will only advise them that they need to be a faithful party person. They should really know that they need to work for the local government.
Should try to emulate what they have been doing throughout the local government. You can see what he's doing now. In our local government, we can see his work.
Honorable Badejo later embarked on a long journey to visit Enyoshun rivers in Idode, Ijebu, Northeast, where 2 persons lost their lives in the course of navigating the ancient rivers that link almost 70 agrarian communities.
Next 1 month, I'm going to give them new life jackets, and they must make sure they use it. I've gotten their assurance that they will be making use of it.
The long day activities was rounded off with a visit to the palace of Ajalaye of Ilogun South, Ijebu, Oba Emmanuel Ademola Olushanu.
As Egba land continues to champion the preservation and elevation of African culture on the global stage, through the annual Egba Liganza, sons and daughters of the land are being called upon to return home and be part of this cultural movement. The creative director of Egba Liganza and founder of Laila Bode Foundation, Chief Laila Bode, expressed his vision of building a $1 billion industry through the celebration. He made this known while unveiling plans for an even bigger and more elaborate 2025 edition of Egba Liganza, tagged Walkway of Kings, at a press conference held in Lagos. Matthew Shomi completes the report.
Renowned for its rich cultural heritage and illustrious sons and daughters, Egbaland has long been at the forefront of promoting African fashion and style, elegance, as well as traditions. The Egba Liganza movement seeks to preserve this historical and cultural legacy while fostering a renewed consciousness that proudly showcases a balanced heritage to the world. Speaking at the event, Chief Lai Labodi emphasized the urgency of preserving a balance through history and presenting it globally. He described all sons and daughters of Egbaland as the platinum blood of Africa.
You know, when people see something that is regal, they want to take it away from the Egba people. No, we are the most fashionable. Egba Njaye, Egba comes first. We know how to jaye, we know how to live well, we know how to welcome people. And the attire that we're creating, they are very, very deliberately regal. 1.2% of the global market are kicking off in Abeokuta, kicking off in Egbaland. It is how do we put Africa properly on the map.
The chairman of Egba Liganza celebration, Chief Yemi Lawal, alongside other members of the organizing committee, highlighted the festival's potential to inspire a renewed interest in cultural heritage.
Egba Liganza is more than just an event. It is a movement, a commitment to ensuring that our traditions do not fade away in the face of modernity.
It's going to be on the Lishabi Day, on the 5th of April 2025. One of the programs we plan to do is to train people on the art of adire making.
The Commissioner for Culture and Tourism in Ogun State, Sheson Fagbayi, represented by Princess Adebisi Adegbite, reiterated the government's commitment to supporting cultural initiatives that uphold the legacy of Egbaland. Representatives of the Egba Traditional Institution also praised the initiative, affirming its role in showcasing the richness of Egbaland's culture and people.
Egba Liganza is going to transform the whole of Yorubaland.
We are the children that inherited a lot of things. That you people can now come together to want to elongate this, perpetuate this, is quite commendable.
Corporate partners pledge their full support to ensure a successful and impactful celebration, promising an unforgettable experience for all participants. Matthew Showmi, Ogtv News.
In commemoration of the 29th anniversary and 23rd annual convention of Pentecostal Sanctuary Bible Ministries, the president of the ministry, Prophet Sunday Dare, organized a press conference ahead of the 5-day event themed El Shaddai, More Than Enough. At a press conference held at the ministry's headquarters in Ijebu-Ode, Prophet Inuade spoke about the convention, shared prophecies concerning the state, the nation, and the church, and urged believers to remain steadfast in their faith. Olaide Oloye completes the report.
The president of Pentecostal Sanctuary Bible Ministries, Prophet Sunday Dare, has held a press conference to mark the ministry's 29th anniversary and 23rd annual convention. The convention, themed El Shaddai, More Than Enough, brought together journalists, church members, and key stakeholders. During his address, Prophet Inuade outlined the vision and mission of the ministry and shared his thoughts on the state of the nation.
We are not just commemorating the passing of the year, but celebrating God's grace, mercy, and faithfulness upon the ministry and our members. From the humble beginning, on 11 March 1996, we laid the foundation of the vibrant ministry we have today. This year anniversary is also a testament to the grace of God that has guided us and the challenges that have strengthened us.
He urged authorities and leaders to adhere to establish economic blueprint to ensure national recovery and sustainable growth.
God told me that the idea that we make the world easier for people to live in will emerge. There will be a lot of very creative innovations and inventions involving in the next 10 years. We must all be prepared to partake and benefit from them. There is still hope for the country turnaround. The promises of God for this nation are still assured. while our economy will still boom at a time when we shall have more than enough in this country is coming.
In the question and answer session, Prophet Sunday Dare Yuadi emphasized the importance of seeking God in all aspects of life for the nation's progress. The 5-day convention is expected to be a significant event in the Christian calendar, encouraging believers to walk blamelessly before God. Olaide Oloye, Ogtv News.
Family, friends, and sympathizers gathered to bid a final farewell to High Chief Ganiyu Aremu Babayeju Alemo, the Balogun of Ijayi and Are of Egbaland. He left an indelible mark in his community before passing at the age of 86. Our reporter Inyoluwa Adeniyi was present at the event.
The community united in solemn reverence to honor High Chief Ganiyu Aremu Babayeju Alemo, whose 86 years of life were defined by service, dignity, and dedication to Egbaland. In his admonition, the preacher reflected on the transient nature of life, urging all present to consider their own legacies and the impact they would leave behind.
Life is fickle. Every of man's possessions will eventually be owned by others.
One after another, family members, colleagues, and well-wishers rose to eulogize the departed chief, recounting his numerous contributions to Egbaland and the lasting impact he had on countless lives.
My dad was a great man, a thorough disciplinarian, who always stood on the path of truth.
He was a loving father and a responsible husband.
Egbo is there to me, is there to Ijayi, there to Egbaland. All we will say is that the Lord will comfort the wife and then let the children prosper.
A man of integrity, whose tenure witnessed unprecedented achievement. My prayer is that Almighty Allah will efface his sins and admit him into the paradise.
We miss him, definitely we miss him. A quintessential gentleman, and he was somebody everybody loved. But nobody can question the will of God.
The ceremony concluded with heartfelt prayers for the repose of his soul and for strength for his family as they mourn their patriarch. Though he is gone, his memory and legacy will endure in the hearts of those he touched. Inyoluwa Adeniyi, Ogtv News.
May God continue to rest his soul. Next on our lineup is Business News with Dominic Agbea. Do stay with us.
Now for tete they don dey put spices inside food because of the aroma and better way they do for body. But una need plenty space to keep all your spices if you want to enjoy the better inside there. Now, Mr. Chef Mixed Spices Seasoning Cube don land with all your rich spices wey you love inside one cube. Mr. Chef Mixed Spices Seasoning Cube. Spice mix exactly the way you like am. They available for seasoning cube. Try am today.
Thanks for joining us on the business segment of the news. The African Development Bank, AFDB, and the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA, signed a $27 million agreement on Wednesday to finance the Technologies for African Agricultural Transformation Phase 2 program. Dr. Abeokuta, Director General of the Nigeria AFDB Group, reaffirmed the AFDB's commitment to advancing agricultural transformation across Africa during the signing ceremony. Kamara stated that the agreement aligns with the AFDB's Feed Africa strategy, which aims to boost smallholder farmers' productivity and enhance food security. The federal government has allayed fears that its ongoing drive to attract investments in the oil and gas sector will result in a significant rise in Africa's contribution to global emissions. Special Advisor to the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Energy, Olu Vejen, gave the assurance during an event, emphasized that such investments will not dramatically impact the continent's carbon footprint. It also reaffirmed its commitment to creating an enabling environment for hydrocarbon investments to address energy poverty, emphasizing that Africa is not a net contributor to global emissions. Together, both countries are responsible for nearly 40% of global emissions. President Bola Tinubu has nominated Melvin Ayogu to the board of the Central Bank of Nigeria and has requested the Senate to confirm the appointment. Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, who made this known in a statement on Wednesday, explained that the President also sought Senate confirmation for Owakuche Ndidi as Controller General of the Nigeria Correctional Service. He said the requests conveyed in letters to Senate President Godswill Akpabio were read during Tuesday's plenary. Tinubu had previously nominated Robert Agiwe, Ado Wanga, Motala Sagali, Urom Eke, and Olayinka Aliyu to the CBN board in February 2024. And that's the business segment of the news. It's back to Bukola for the rest of the bulletin.
Thanks, Dominic. Now to the foreign segment of the news. The European Union has announced it will impose trade countermeasures on up to 26 billion euros worth of U.S. goods in retaliation to Donald Trump's tariffs on steel and aluminium imports, escalating a global trade war. Meanwhile, Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman has condemned the terrorist attack at the Dora Olu Mosque in Peshawar, Pakistan, that killed and wounded a number of worshippers during